So, almost a year ago we launched a shopping list application which is based on Speechly technology. And what we set to find out was, one, what do the customers think? Do they want to use voice? Is there a need for voice UI in the first place? And then number two, does the Speechly technology work at all? So they were the two things we wanted to find out, and I'm going to share with you some of our experiences we've had so far. But first, a word where we're coming from. Michael Palin put it very eloquently in his 1997 BBC television series, Pole to Pole. He said that Finland as a country, Finland is a product of 20th century. It's a very young country, and it's big and it's empty. We have the population less than that of London, and land area larger than the whole of Great Britain. What I might add is that the language is difficult, strange, weird to say the least. And for half of the year we live in complete darkness, and it's miserable. But in order to survive and even succeed in that kind of environment, I argue that you have to have grit, as we say in Finland, and you need to be really clever and innovative in order to survive and succeed. So that's why there are companies coming up from Finland like Speechly and SOK providing you cutting edge services. So it's not all bad. And what I'm going to propose is that the Monty Python Finland song shall be the national anthem of Finland. So thank you. So as I said, I work for SOK, which is the central company of S Group. S Group is a cooperative business. It comprises some 20 regional cooperative societies. In total, we have over 2.4 million members, and in effect that means that over 80% of Finnish households are S Group members, and they have our loyalty card in their pocket. S Group is a very versatile company. We sell food, supermarkets, hypermarkets, discount stores. We have full-line department stores, DIY, petrol stations, convenience stations, restaurants, hotels, and a bank. And one of our cooperatives even has a mortuary. So if you're managed to get born in Finland, we pretty much take care of the rest. So in that sense, we are very much part of all Finnish people's lives. S Group sales in 2018, the total sales was 11.5 billion euros, of which over 7 billion was food. Our market share, I think, is healthy, 46%. So in effect, we feed almost half the Finnish nation on daily basis. So we're there on people's daily lives. What is noteworthy still is that 99% of our sales go still through traditional stores. So only 1% is online. So what that means from digital service development point of view is that on one hand, we need to be able to make shopping in the stores easier, and we need to improve the in-store experience. And then, of course, on the other hand, we need to be able to generate more customers online. So those are the two things which are important for digital services. That's our mission statement. We want to offer superior benefits and superior ease for our customers. If you were to ask a regular shopper that is shopping particularly easy in our stores, or is the experience a superior one, I would doubt that they would agree. I think that what a normal person feels, that doing your weekly shopping, it's a tedious routine which you have to endure. So far from pleasant. But if we were able to relieve pain and friction, reduce stress from the shopping process, that would be a benefit, and then we would be able to deliver our mission. A colleague of mine has actually said that in effect our mission statement should say that we should make people little less pissed off every day, and then we would actually achieve our goal. And it is important to help people in their daily routines and in daily lives. So small things, they do become big things. Talking about pain and friction, there's one. Shopping list. 50% of our customers, they do a shopping list before they go to a store. And I mean, how inefficient can a shopping process be? I mean, basically you write down same things every week on a piece of paper in random order. Then you go to the store, hypermarket, 100,000 square feet of space. You wander around endlessly. Then when you finally think you have everything, you go through the list, and only to find out that there's one thing missing, and it's half a mile that direction where you came from. So I mean, that's rubbish. And there has to be an easier way. And luckily there is. S-shopping list, S-ostoslista, which I'm going to demo you now. I'm just checking that I'm online here. Yep. So doing your shopping, it's a family affair. I have an app. This is for senior citizens. Nice. This is iPhone 225. It's big. And then I have the shopping list app on my phone. Excuse me, building up the tension. Very exciting. So right, okay, and here's the original, or copy of the original source of my pain and suffering. So shopping list my wife has made. So let's see how this goes. Perunasalaattia, hammastahnaa, kevyt linja metwurstia, cherry granola, mansikkakeitto, ruispalat kertaa 2, ruissämpylä, zerokolaa, 4 maitoa, 4 kreikkalaista jogurttia, 4 lohkeavaa puolukkajogurttia, luonnonjogurttia, Besel-margariinia, sunnuntai-margariinia, kananmunia, wok-vihanneksia, naudanlihasuikaleita, salaattia, English breakfast. So there. How did we do? Pretty well. So I mean, how cool is this? This is brilliant. So I've used this for a year now, and I think this is superb. So now the shopping list is made. My wife has done it on her sort of great iPhone. Here, then what I can do, I can venture adding a couple of things on my own. 2 olutta, peronlastuja. Yeah, going a bit wild here. And then in the store, I'll arrange it by product category. And this is an example what Hannes said about utterances. So in a way, it is a challenge, but what I can do, I can swipe them off. The list has been arranged by product category, and then I go around the store, fruit and veg at the entrance. I can pick it up right away, beer later on, bread, salami, yogurt. So as I go along, I can swipe them off, and my shopping routine and my shopping in the store, it's way more organized, efficient, and a lot more stress-free experience than it used to be. So in that sense, I'm a happy man. And when sort of thinking that our original questions that sorry. Okay. So as stated, I'm a fan, and I think it works, and I think it's brilliant. But what do other people think? They love it. In my 30 years in retail, this is the best and most positive feedback I've ever received from a project. And I can assure you, my other projects, they've not been rubbish. So they've been okay, but this is outstanding. So in the App Store, we have an average rating of 4.3 stars, which I think is very good. We have excellent reviews, like best innovation since pen and paper, which is not too shabby. That is one of my personal favorites. We also get a lot of feedback directly from our customers, because getting feedback has been one of the core ideas and principles from the start. In the app, there's a sort of feedback button very prominently displayed there on the bottom, and the customer feedback is really the core, because that way we get sort of feedback if something is wrong, if there's a bug. Those things unfortunately happens in applications. If there are words which don't compute or the app doesn't recognize, and we get a lot of development ideas. But what is most important is that we can prioritize our development backlog based on the customer feedback. So what we do is we deliver what the customers want. And what is also noteworthy is that how insightful the customer feedback often is. There's one from May which really sort of hits it right, the essence of what the app and what our development is about, is that it makes shopping faster. So we are able to help a daily routine, which then in turn creates customer loyalty. And I think that is very important. So being able to help in their daily routines, daily lives, they make us happier men and women, and happy people. They are more loyal and inclined to visit you again. So in that sense, that is a very important point. And based on this, and thinking that the two original questions we set to find out, do the customers want to use voice? Is there a need for voice? Yes, there definitely is. And does the speech lead technology work? It definitely does. So I'm happy to eat their food here as a reward. And then what about the comparing this to our mission statement? What about the superior shopping experience, superior ease and benefits? How are we doing on that front? We put in a questionnaire in mid-November. We wanted to find out in more detail what our customers, what their opinions are, what they think about the application and voice in general, and how do they use the app. So we put in a short questionnaire, and the feedback has again been extremely positive, and there has been a couple of sort of things we've found which have been, at least to me, have been quite surprising. But in general, the users, they find that using speech is fast, natural, intuitive for them. So almost 3/4 of the users, they say that using speech is a fast and natural way to plan their shopping and do the shopping list. What is also, I think, extremely significant here is that it's used, the app is used almost on a daily basis. In the App Store, Apple App Store analytics, the average weekly sessions, it's over 5, and it's increasing. And to me, I find that a fascinating fact and a very interesting opportunity if we think that we have an app which is on people's hands almost every day. So that is very interesting. I don't know what we are going to do about it, but there's an opportunity there. Then what is the core of what we want to do is to make shopping easier. So over 80% say that they plan their shopping at home and use it in store, and I think it's pretty high number. 86% of the users say that it saves time and effort, and it makes shopping easier. So as a whole, making a daily routine shopping from home and then to store, being able to make that process easier, it makes people's everyday lives easier. And then that creates happy customers, which increases, in my mind, it increases loyalty, and it improves our company brand image. So in that sense, I think this is really interesting and even fascinating, how a small thing making your shopping list more sensible and efficient, how big the influences are. And that's not all. This I didn't see coming. 70% of the customers who use the app have not purchased food online, but almost 2/3 would say or say that they would be highly likely or almost certain to try if it was conveniently available. And this is just brilliant, because it gives us the other thing we were looking for. Improving, on one hand, the in-store shopping experience, making that process easier, because 99% of our customers shop in the traditional way. So we need to keep improving that. But on the other hand, because there are Ocados of the world, online is increasing. So we have to be up to speed with the competition, and this is interesting because it offers us possibility to bring in new customers. Then the last one more thing is the age profile, that almost 2/3 of the users are over 41, and almost a third is over 55, which again I think is quite remarkable, because on the grey bars there, they are the regular online customers' age profile, which it makes sense, because it's the young, busy families who shop online. So in that sense, it makes sense. But then it tails off, and the older users, they are not using online that much. I don't know. It would be interesting to hear later on how's the Ocado's age profile. But reaching the older age groups is important, because Finnish population is aging rapidly. There's money, there's potential there. So if this is a way to reach those older users, again, this is an interesting possibility. And also what this can imply is that older people or older users maybe, we have to validate that, but older users maybe find voice more accessible and easy to use than traditional web UIs, which I think is fascinating. But that leaves me with an interesting question or dilemma, because our original plan was that we are going to test voice with the shopping list application, and then we are going to integrate it to our to online web and web store and applications. But with this type of data, I need to consider that would it be sensible to, in this case, actually have two applications, because the shopping list, the benefit of that is that it's very focused and it's very simple, and that's a benefit on its own. But when we integrate, and of course we will do it, we will integrate voice to the main online operation as well. But should we keep the shopping list as a simple tool for those who just want to go to the store? So after the event, I would welcome your insights on this question. But to sum it up, please make customers' lives easier. Reduce pain, friction, stress, and create more happy people. Help them in their everyday lives, and create new potential online customers, and help old folks too. I'm one of them. And so please use voice. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Harri. What type of work do you think it would take to get, you build your list and go, all right, buy online, buy full list online. What kind of work would that take to achieve?
Not much. It is a simple task, and good question, because that I was supposed to mention that the next feature which we are going to launch is exactly the functionality to transfer your shopping list to our online store. So that's what we are going to do, and the shopping list, it doesn't require registration at all, so you don't have to log in, which is a benefit as well. But because the user is transferred from in iOS from the shopping list app to the iOS online store app where the user is logged in. So we've only needed to do deep linking, and then we transfer the list to the online store app, and you're done.
Okay. And one other thing. So in the list, if I say, crisps, which SKU does it pick? Because you might.
The most popular one. Okay. So there is a ranking there by sales, and we display the most popular one if you don't specifically say something else.
Right. This is quite, I kind of like it because we all assume everyone just goes online natively and orders, and I've never really considered those people left out of that equation. My suggestion is when they've done the shopping list, the next screen says, do you want to pick up from the store? And then it gives them the option of the time slot and which store, and then you don't have to integrate with your eCommerce then, because that list is sent to the store, someone packs it for them, bags are there waiting, they come in and pay.
Yeah, I think it's a very good idea, and it would keep the application simple, because our current online app, it's cluttered. There's so much stuff there, so it's difficult to use. So this is it's a brilliant way to approach it from the ground up and build it in a simple way. On the other hand, it is funny that the customers keep asking for things, or please add aisle numbers, please add store prices. Why can't these be ordered online? So basically, they bit by bit they are asking for an online store. Why there is no scanning, and that's another sort of development route which I'm thinking, that adding self-scanning to the app. So again, that would so that you would then have an end-to-end shopping trip in the store. Yep. Okay. But thank you for your insight. Good.
Have you done any analytics on how people's queries change and how their inputs change over time? Because I'm thinking the example of crisps. You could say, order me a large bag of crisps. But that could be the small, my large could be because I'm used to having small packs for children, and then a large is the adult size, or it could be the super large family sharing pack. So it'd be interesting to see how users change their queries, or even just their statements in, how specific they naturally get, because you could have old people who are happy to go, chopped tomatoes, Napolina, 400 grams.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily me going down to the shops and how I pick it. So it'd be interesting to see if people change their behaviour over time.
Yeah.
And what are the exact terms they're using now versus what they used to.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, and we hopefully we're able to track that, because we need to sort of study this and check out the data. But one thing which is going to or would solve that particular issue is that if and hopefully when we integrate our identification and login system to this, then if people were willing to log in, they wouldn't have to. But if they would be willing to do so, because the benefit would be that we could utilize their purchase history, we could then give you exactly the right product which you purchased before, which is great. Brilliant. I'm not excited at all.
Cool. Thank you, Harri.
Thanks.